Hi guys, a Marlin, Glenfield Marlin Model 60. Right over there, Glenfield Model 60 by the Marlin Firearms Company in 22 long rifle only. So the Model 60 was introduced in 1960 and it ran until 2020 when the Marlin holdings were finally sold to Ruger, and Ruger has not commenced or recommenced making these. These were marketed as a Glenfield or as a Marlin Model 60, and Marlin stopped using the Glenfield name in the early 80s. So this particular one is what they refer to as a squirrel rifle. It's got the little squirrel on the stock there, and this also went away at the same time as what Glenfield went away. This one's JM marked, and the Marlin collectors really like that JM mark on it. I'm not sure what it means. This one came in, it's very neglected. It's got rust and pitting all over the front of the muzzle or front of the barrel and the magazine tube all the way around. And the stock is just slightly dirty, and you got rust creeping out everywhere. The bolt handle is all rusty. So is the bolt. Safety, the screws, all of it's rusty. Even those butt plate screws. Anyway, I'll pull it apart. I will cook off the rust. I'm not going to sand anything. The rifle's not worth enough to make it worth your while to get in to do that, and the guy's got no sentimental value to this, so I'm just going to neutralize that rust and get it looking as good as it possibly can with as little effort as possible. Very dirty, and it is a very old Marlin. That is the ejector right there, and the later ones uses that spring and the leg that lifts the lift that comes past the lifter, and it sits in that position to act as the ejector. This one has got the ejector molded into this feed block. Surprising that the recoil buffer is still in one piece. Got the mag tube out, and we got caked on rust everywhere, and I'm going to scratch a lot of that off before it goes into the pot. And the way I do that is I use a piece of copper pipe. You can use a pre-82 penny as well, but a copper pipe, and then you just put some oil on and you just scrub away, scrub that scrape that rust off so the flaky bits can come off, and then when you eventually get to cook it, you're dealing with the underlying rust. Let's see if I take a piece of it comes off there, and you can really see a much smoother finish where I've scraped it. Just continue with that, and then it goes into the pot and becomes black. So I got all the rust scraped off with that copper pipe, like a brown, even patina, if you want to call it that. And then the next step, what I do is I put some oil on, and I use some 4-aught steel wool, and I just want to rub it down, and I want to get the copper, because there's a copper residue that now remained from the copper pipe. Just rub that out before I cook it. And it works on the principle that the copper is harder than the rust, but softer than the bluing, so it's not damaging the bluing. yet it's pulling off the rust. And that's really it. So get that done, and then you end up with that. So you got some silvery spots that peek through, but there's nothing that can be done about that. Otherwise, you got to sand it all down. So just if I compare the mag tube from where we were to where we're at now. There you go, guys, all done. So I cooked the barrel off, and this is where that thick layer of rust was on the front of the barrel in the mag tube, as well as at the muzzle there. I cooked all of that off. Got all of it. There's a little bit of silver shining through, but all the brown just turned into black. And I think it came out good. Bolt handle was badly rusted too. Cleaned up the big rust spot that was on the bolt itself. Cooked the screws as well as the safety, which was also rusty. So cooked the butt plate screws, and I gave the stock just a light rub down with some 4/0 steel wool and ballast. I think it came out good. I hope you found that interesting and that it helps somebody out there. Stay safe. We talk again. Cheers.